As a teenager on the streets of Buffalo, New York, Guy Ianello hung out with gangs and experimented with drugs.
Drugs were just pills at first, and then it went to marijuana, and then it escalated and got bigger and bigger, and the drugs became more of a friend to me than anything else.
Eventually, drugs cost Guy everything he ever had and more.
All the money I had, I went through. I was actually in my own home that was in foreclosure with no running water, no electricity, no money. I wanted to stop using it, and I couldn't. No matter what I tried, programs or anything, I couldn't stop.
He was out on bail when he ran into an old friend who invited Guy to church.
I thought, well, what do I got to lose? I've tried everything else.
Later that afternoon, the service was still on Guy's mind.
The preacher said, just ask Jesus. So I said, but I said, you know, God, I know you're out there somewhere. I know you're out there somewhere. I believe you're out there somewhere. I've been brought up that way, to believe that there's a God, but I don't know you. And I said, you know what? I began to weep and cry, and I began to repent. I said, you know how many people I've hurt? I said, I'm sorry. How many families I destroyed? How many people I killed by selling them drugs or causing money to go into a place where somebody was murdered or whatever? Terribly. And I began to weep and cry. And I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything I've ever done. And I said, Jesus, please take this life over and come into this heart. Take me. All of a sudden, this love started filling me.